Dímelo, mi gente, is Joe with the Dos Amigos Hobby Hustle podcast. Bienvenido a episodio número 6.
Welcome to episode number 6.
Yes, sir. We here.
Don't mind the swag.
It's taking us a month to get here. We finally here. A month and a half.
Okay, we're right on schedule.
Yeah,
Month and a half.
we got a lot of news. You can see if you were here last episode, we introduced a new store. Got a little bit more work done. We still got a long way to go. Don't worry, we are working. It's gonna pick up real quick in the next about a week or so. So
You covered up Alice in Wonderland.
yeah, no more cat, no more cat. No more. Well, we still got the weird fish back there, but he'll be covered up in the next week. Probably this weekend, actually. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, moving parts in the store. Got some furniture ordered. Spending a little bit too much money, but I'm having fun while I'm doing it. The boba coffee shop, the counter, they're building the counter now, so that should be up probably in the next like 2 weeks or so. They're finishing the plumbing. You can't really see it back here, but we got the plumbing through the walls right now. We're finishing the plumbing, so that
For his kitchen?
yeah. So we're waiting on one they got to finish, then we got to get the permit approved before we could open as well, but we still got a long way to go, so permit's only going to take about a month or so. So not worried about that. Yeah, so next episode should be a little different, and then every episode is going to be a little bit more different until we're finally ready to open this thing up.
Yeah. Until then, this is what we get to look at.
Yeah, we get to look at a lot of dust. A lot of dust.
I was telling you earlier, I remember when this is what the Pine store looked like, bro. Dust, debris, hopes, dreams.
A lot of hopes and dreams, and then there's a lot of blood, sweat, and fear. Not tears, fear. Fear because I was hanging 20 feet in the air with my life painting, thinking I was going to die any minute if I fell off.
Tiptoeing on that scaffold.
Not fun times, but it's a lot smaller in here, but a lot more space for sure. This store is literally bigger than twice the size of Pines.
Which is crazy. Yeah, if y'all been to the Pine store, you know how big that place is. 2 different main areas. This place is going to be wild.
Yeah, a lot of parties, a lot of signings. Yeah, it's a lot of events going down. The whole plaza is getting a makeover too. So this plaza in a year is going to look completely different. And we're just starting the process first. So we're going to be ahead of the curve when they update everything. So it's going to be crazy in here. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that'll do nothing but drive more business in here once they do that, bro.
Oh yeah. I hope they put that UPS next door like they said. Just drop packages off. Like, yo, I got 30 more for you. Boop.
Let me bring them to the back.
That would be nice. That would be
just
nice.
cut out a hole right here, bro, and just drop the packages right through the wall.
A little belt.
Expedited
just
delivery.
Put the belt right here. Put the belt. And be like, yo, got more packages. Doot. So we got some stuff to talk about today. I think we're gonna set it off with my favorite team in the world. We got a little controversial game that happened Friday night. Live in attendance, like always. I'm always there.
What an ending, bro.
Oof.
What an ending.
I'm not gonna lie. I stood up out my seat and I said they're gonna screw us. I felt like they were gonna screw us. They showed the replay like 20 times, and I was like, bro, that ball is moving.
I don't
There's no way.
I never saw them initially call it a catch. So I mean the
So
lights
they-
went off, they were celebrating, and then as soon as I heard them say it was a touchdown,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they robbed us. They're gonna rob us. It's done.
Yeah, I don't know how you call that a catch on, like, forget the replay, even though the replay showed that it wasn't a catch. How do you call that a catch on the field? Like, with everything that happened, you weren't right there. How do you call that a catch on the field, especially when the dude from UM came up with the ball?
Yeah.
Like, he comes up out of the pile with the ball, but yet they still called it a catch somehow. So I'm not
Was
sure.
the call late? Did the call come in late?
Oh, yeah, I came in late. I think it was like 10 seconds.
So you call that a catch too, but then you don't call that a catch right there as it's happening, bro. Get out of here.
I don't know how that was.
That man went to Virginia Tech.
No, so I don't know if you saw, but actually, the same head ref was the same head ref that was the ref for the 2015 Halloween game, Miami versus Duke, where we lateraled 8 times. And they called, we ended up getting a touchdown. And that was actually the wrong call.
Yeah, there was a forward pass.
No, not forward. It was his knee was down. Mark Walton's knee was down. And then he chucked it. And, but when they replayed it, I don't know if they were supposed to replay. I don't think they could have replayed that. I think what they were more worried about was the block in the back. So there was a point in time, I think it was Cornelder, that was going down, or maybe it was Artie Burns, one of those two. But they were going down, and somebody hit the receiver from Duke, and they were trying to determine if it was an illegal block in the back or not. It ended up not being one. But I don't think they could review that Mark Walton lateral. I think that was already established, that was whatever it was, but they were just reviewing the block in the back, which it wasn't, so we ended up getting the touchdown.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was the same crew.
Yeah, well, it was the same head ref, was the one that ended up reversing the call, so shout out to that guy. Even though he was the one that did call the touchdown initially.
All right, so the other guy didn't go to Virginia Tech. He went to UM. he might be Hurricanes alum.
So, yeah, no, that was crazy. And then, a lot of conspiracy theorists was like, oh, it's the same guy that did this. Like, yo, that man don't care, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But, yeah, no, it should have never been called a catch to me on the field. You should have just called it incomplete, and then if there's enough evidence, then you could overturn it to be a touchdown. But you shouldn't have to be, guilty until proven innocent. It should be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, they replayed it. You could, lie all you want, but the ball was moving, and then literally what the ACC said was, as soon as the ball was coming down, it was still fumbling around a little bit. The minute the UM player touched it, he was out of bounds, so it makes it a dead ball. And that's why. It had nothing to do with him even stripping it out after, because a lot of people are like, oh, he stripped it out after he was already down. It wasn't even about that. It was the fact that he touched it, and it was still fumbling, and he was out of bounds, so that automatically makes it a dead ball. So everything that happened after doesn't even matter. So it is what it is. We won.
Yep.
So then now we got game day. So we got game day going to Cal. So it's Miami versus Cal Berkeley. Cal Berkeley, 3-1. Somehow they lost to FSU. I don't understand how that happened. They beat Auburn, but they found a way to lose to FSU. It would have been nice if they would have been 4-0. We would have been 5-0. But either way, we still got it. There was not a lot of games that we were competing with to get that. So, but they had to give Miami one, and Miami, the rest of the way, we play one ranked team, which is Louisville, but there's a lot of games that same week, so I guess they felt like, yo, we got to give them one. Might as well give them this one.
Well, the game is so late also.
10:30 at night for Eastern. Yeah, 7:30 over there, but 10:30 over here.
10:30 for us over here, man.
Yeah, now I'm staying up. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to stay up. I'm going to be here painting, but...
I'm going to have to take a nap before the game.
Yeah, I might have to do a little something, take a little nappy nap. But I'll be here all day painting and stuff, and then I'm going home, probably take a little nap and go watch that. There's one thing I can't miss is my guys. That's my guys. Yeah. So, end up with a dub. Hopefully, I got the spread bet, which we can get into that later. But I got the spread and the over.
We got the plays.
So I'm hoping my boys cover the spread and the over. I did the big parlay, crazy parlay. I hit every single leg. The only one that screwed me up, because I didn't bet. I thought I initially bet Miami spread. I didn't. I only bet the over, which they hit. But I bet the over for Ole Miss, and Ole Miss, they would have gone to overtime. I would have been straight, because then I would have had some hope. But they were going to go to overtime, and their kicker misses the kick to send them into overtime, and they lose. So screwed me there. But everything else I was hitting on. I hit on everything. I hit Nebraska to win. Literally everything. I had like 13-game parlay.
Wow, 13 legs.
And I got 12 of them, and I lost on that one leg of Ole Miss not covering the over. So we're going back. I got another couple parlays that I'm cooking up. I got some crazy ones. So what I usually do is I do a crazy one, like one that I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go with what I think could happen. But is not likely to happen, and I'll give a little like $5-10 on that one, but the payout's still stupid.
Bro.
And then I'll put like $50 on the ones that I think, okay, they're for sure gonna hit. So let me hit this. The Miami one, I already knew I wasn't gonna hit the parlay because Ole Miss had played earlier. Or no, this was Friday. So no, but Miami was down to 1.5 at halftime. And I was like, oh, I'm betting on that. I bet $100 they were going to win on the spread. And we ended up winning, so I got $183 out of my $100 bet. So I took that.
Nice. I still have $0 in my Hard Rock app.
Yeah, now you need to get up on
I
that.
still haven't deposited $1 in.
I know a bunch of people that are FSU alum, and they're betting heavy on Clemson to cover the spread.
What's the spread?
I think it's only like 14,
wow.
which is crazy to me because Clemson, I'm not cursing, Clemson's going to dog walk them. They're going to destroy them. I just don't see a world where Clemson doesn't win by like 3-4 touchdowns. I mean, DJU sucks, but at least he gave them somewhat of a chance. Brock sucks really bad. He went in in relief of DJU last game because he had already got hurt, and he went 0 for 4. My man is going to get obliterated out there. Their O-line sucks. All their players are dropping. They're getting hurt. But I don't even think they're hurt. Honestly, I think they're more quitting because they just don't want to be like, all right, well, we lost the first 4 games when I was there, but the rest of it, I can't. That's not me. Yeah. You know? I think they're just giving up, honestly. So
are the fans.
I like it because when they're going to go to Miami, Mario's going to do unspeakable things to them. They dropped 50 on us last year, or no, not last year. It was the year before that. Last year, honestly, we should have won if it wasn't for that fake non-call safety. But the year before that, they dropped 50 on us, and then 2 years before that, we dropped 50 on them, and that's why they dropped 50 back on us. So we need to drop another 50, 60 on them this year, and because they're gonna suck for a while. I mean, they're gonna suck for a while.
Think so?
1,000%.
I mean, they still got access to the portal. I don't think nobody wants to go.
No.
They got money to spend.
they've had like 7 players decommit in the last month.
Crazy.
They're ranked right now, I think. So you think of a school like FSU, you think at worst, your recruiting class should be top 15. At worst, there's 120, 130 something colleges. You should not, FSU, Miami, FSU, or UF should never be outside the top 15. I think they're like 30-something, 40-something right now. UF ain't too much better. They're in the 20s, I think. Miami's right now sitting at number 12.
Which is crazy to me.
But it's going to go a lot higher. Yeah, I'm not worried about Miami because Miami won 5 games last year and they got the number 3 recruiting class. So imagine we go to the playoffs, which looks like we're pretty much guaranteed to go to the playoffs. We're going to do some damage. There's a lot of players that are committed to UF and FSU that are still like highly ranked, but they just started looking elsewhere. Because it's like, all right, these guys are, UF is going to fire their coach. FSU is stuck with their coach. Why am I going to go play here and suck for another, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I'd rather just go to a team that's winning. I was never a Mike Norvell fan. I never thought he was great. He proved it his first 3 years, He's only had, in 5 years, he's a 500 coach. And you're talking about, he had a 13-win season and a 10-win season. Wow. And in 5 years, he's a 500 coach.
Wow, that's crazy.
In the last 50 years, FSU has started 0-3 3 times. The first time was 50 years ago. The last 2 times were under Mike Norvell. So, I mean, listen, the numbers don't lie. He's not a good coach. He got real lucky. Jordan Travis was already there when he got there, and he was a portal. He came from Louisville. He brought in Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson was a baller. He brought in Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman was a baller. But he didn't bring in people that no one knew were going to be. Like, Keon Coleman came from Michigan State. Everybody wanted Keon Coleman. Already. Everybody wanted him. It wasn't like it was some surprise that he developed. Like, name me a player that he's recruited, that he's developed, and that is a baller. There's none. Their own fans can't come up with people that, that school is going to be hurting for a while. UF is not good. right now, but they're going to fire their coach. What they need to pray for is that Lagway doesn't run away. If Lagway leaves, they're done. They're done. Because they don't have great players either, but they got Lagway. And a great, amazing quarterback could bring in people because it gives people hope. Like, okay, this guy's here for 2 more years at least. Let me go over there. Let me try to help, blah, 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 blah. FSU doesn't even have that. They got no one. This guy is somebody that they call the quarterback whisperer. In 5 years, he hasn't recruited anybody at quarterback because you shouldn't be in year 5 and 1-4.
You know who
and you have no quarterback.
You know who that phrase reminds me of? Adam Gase.
Oof, yeah. Yeah, another one. You know, he had Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah, he had Peyton Manning.
He had Peyton Manning, and then he goes to the Dolphins, and they say he's going to be this quarterback whisperer, and nothing.
Trash. The Jets did the same thing.
You know, and Billy Napier and Mike Norvell, they came in with these expectations. Billy Napier came, he's from Dabo Sweeney's tree, and he's going to be amazing, and he coached under Saban too. Oh my God, he's relentless when it comes to recruiting. Name somebody that they brought in that was like, Lagway. Okay, we got Lagway. Who else? Like, Lagway isn't going to be the only thing that's going to win you games, because you're getting destroyed nationally every week. And they better not lose to UCF. 1, for my parlay, and 2, because you don't lose to it. You're not supposed to lose to a UCF. If you're UM, if you're FSU, if you're UF, if you lose to one of the schools that are not one of those 3 in the state, you should get fired. Yeah. Manny lost to FIU. He should have been fired on the spot. FSU lost to freaking Jacksonville State. Mike Norvell was the coach. He should have been fired. Like, UF loses to UCF, Billy Napier is going to get his ass fired that same day. They already want to fire him. You lose to UCF, I feel like they would fire him that same night.
I got to feel like the UCF alum is more annoying than the FSU alum, bro.
Oh, my God. With that stupid banner in their stadium that says their 2017 national championships. Only in their minds they think that. No one else in this world ever would ever imagine them as a champion.
Bro, UCF alum fans, they're so delusional, bro. They think that they're like this D1 powerhouse.
Safety school, bro. Bro, UCF is a school you go to when you can't get into a real school. Yeah. That's just what it is. You could be mad at me all you want, but when you have a 60% acceptance rate, if I apply and I got a 60% chance of getting in your school, you're not a good school. I'm sorry. You're just not. As much as I hate UF, but UF, Miami, and even now FSU has gotten better. But Miami, I think the acceptance rate is like 19%, 21%. And the people that are getting accepted are like, I don't know if I would ever been accepted again if I applied over there. But their stuff is insane. Like, I was honor this, and I 500 hours of volunteer work at a shelter and all this. I'm like, bro,
I had 26 ropes around my shoulder when I walked the stage.
I saved 30 dogs. You gotta do some stuff to get into one of those schools now. I don't know if I would be able to get accepted again, but
just pay some money.
I think FSU and UF are going to be bad for a while. UF has a chance at least because they fire their coach. They're going to have to make a home run hire. Yeah. If you mess up the hire, then you're stuck for another 3-4 years again with another bad coach.
Well, how many Canes you think are going to the NFL this year? It's going to be a bunch. We're going to lose a lot.
Not really. You lose Cam, obvious one. You lose Damian Martinez, obvious one. But Cam hurts you. Damian Martinez doesn't. Because behind Damian Martinez, we got freaking 4 backs that would be starters
Fletcher
anywhere.
Yeah,
you got Fletcher, you got AJ, you got Chris Johnson, who hit the 91-yard touchdown. It's the longest touchdown from scrimmage UM history. And you're talking about people that like Portis and EJ and all these people that were on the team, and he hit he got the record. So running back, I'm not worried about.
On the defense?
Defense, you lose Barron, Tyler Barron, because he's probably going to the NFL. I think this is his junior year, and unless I'm mistaken, it might be his sophomore year, but it's either second or his third year. He came from Tennessee, but it might be his second year actually, so we might have him for 1 more year. Ruben Bain, who's been out the whole year, he's coming. He got hurt the first series against UF, and he hasn't been back. This week is his first game back. He's only a sophomore though, so we get him back. You lose linebacker Kiko. You lose Kiko, Maui Noah, who's Francis' big brother. But
that kid's a beast, man.
Yeah, no, he's a monster. So you lose him. You don't lose a ton. You really don't. We get most of our players back. The big thing, I mean, next year is going to be the do or die, though, because then you lose a lot of people next year. You lose Francis Maui Noah. He's going to be a junior. There's no way he stays for his senior year. Not if you're projected to be a first rounder as an offensive lineman, you go. So we lose Francis. You would lose some people next year, but for this year, I think we're pretty good. I mean, obviously the biggest one is Cam, so you just need to find out how to replace Cam.
You can't.
Which, honestly, I wouldn't mind taking his cousin, Drones, from VT. His cousin was balling pretty good.
He played really well. He played really well, bro.
And they train with the same trainer. It's him, Drones, and Shador Sanders that train with the same trainer.
I didn't know they were so close. I didn't know they were actually related. I learned that when that game started.
Yeah, they're cousins. Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking him. Or I'd probably take him if I had to pick, but this kid that we're going to play this week, Mendoza, he's from down here already. He went to Columbus High School, which is the same school that Mario went to, and his dad and Mario were teammates in high school for football. Wow. Yeah. So I think that's an easy connection. If he continues the ball out this season, I think that would be an easy one and be like, yo, tell your son to slide, kind of thing. Like, he'd jump in the portal and he'd be gone. I wouldn't mind that as long as he keeps balling or Drones coming. I think those would probably be your two best bet. Or, best case scenario probably would be Lagway. But Lagway, most people think if he leaves, he's going back to Texas, so he'd go Texas A&M. He doesn't need to go to UT because UT has Arch Manning. So
crazy how these kids can jump around like that now. Literally free agents every year.
I mean, they've always could jump around. The difference between back then and now is that if I was a freshman, a sophomore, or a junior, and I wanted to leave, they would let you leave, but you had to sit the next year.
Yeah, the redshirt.
So if Mendoza, who's a sophomore, I think, wanted to leave, he had to sit out the whole year and then come back for his last year. Yeah. Now it's just like I could keep hopping around if I want to. But a lot of people do it. Like, look, there's a kid at USC, horrible 5-star kid coming out of high school, whatever. He's been on a different team every single year since his freshman year of high school. Freshman year, he was in one school. Sophomore, another school. Junior, another school. Senior, another school. Freshman year in college, another school. Sophomore, another school. Like, literally, he's been on a different team. He's been on 7 different teams, I think they said. And now he's sitting out the rest of the year for this year. So he might leave USC. But it's insane. Like, the kid, I mean, that kid's going to be a bust. But he's shown that he's going to be a bust because he was chasing the bag and he hasn't produced. And people are just going off of his measurables, like AR. Like, yo, on paper, you look amazing. Hey, you could run this fast, you could jump this high, you could do that. And then when you apply it in an actual thing, in an actual setting, it doesn't matter how fast you could run and how high you could jump if you can't put it all together. Yeah, no. And he hasn't been able to put it all together. I think he's like 6'7", bro. No. Monster on the D-line. He looks monstrous, but he can't put it together. And, they haven't been playing him. I think they played him like 3 games. Wow. And he doesn't want to play the 4th game because after your 4th game, you burn your red shirt. And he's never redshirted before. So he's like, I'm just going to redshirt this year, and I'll decide what I'm going to do for next year. But, yeah, that's a whole different issue.
Crazy.
And then that's another rule change that was different because back in the days, and I'm talking back in the days, like it's only like 6-7 years ago, you played 1 game and that's it. You burn your shirt. And now you could play up to 4 and then you'll burn your shirt. But yeah, I like the rules. I like the rules now. It does get a little, like I think if you're winning, it's easier to keep players. But if you're a school like Pitt, it's going to be very hard to keep a player, because Pitt pretty much is never going to win anything. That's where your boy came from. But Pitt is never going to win anything. So realistically, if I'm a baller, Jordan Addison, for example, Jordan Addison came from Pitt, and he entered the portal, he had $1 million offers instantly.
So crazy.
Miami was willing to throw $1 million at him. Every school was willing to throw $1 million. He ended up going to USC. I mean, they didn't win anything, but it's more high profile than going to Pitt, you know. It comes with a lot of other stuff. I go to USC, and then I get offers for commercials, and I get this, and I get that. Pitt, that's never going to happen, you know. Nothing. So they're chasing the money, but I don't blame them, because what if they get hurt game 3 and they never play again?
Facts.
Then what? You know, literally. It is what it is. So yeah, no, I mean, but you're going to have that every single year. Look, Cam Ward knew he wasn't going to win anything at Washington State. The first thing they told him is, yo, you have like a day 3 grade. You know, they're thinking he's going day 3 because they're like, bro, you playing the Pac-12. They don't play defense over there. So yeah, you're going to put up crazy numbers, but go to a conference, a real conference, and let's see what you do. And he took a chance. He went to Miami, and he's been balling. And now people are pretty much saying, yo, he's going to be a day 1 pick, if not the first pick.
I feel like the ACC is kind of sus also, though.
I mean, it depends on what you're comparing it to. Because look, Cal lost to FSU, but they beat Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have those weird one-off losses like that in college football, bro. I mean, look at Northern Illinois. Like,
yeah, but I mean, listen, SEC gets hyped a lot, but when SEC plays ACC, for example, we have a damn good track record of beating the crap out of them. SEC is top heavy.
Well, I mean, I feel like when Clemson went on their run, that probably contributed to that a lot. But
yeah, but it's not only Clemson though. Like again, they're top heavy.
Yeah.
You get Georgia. All right, I'll give you that. Alabama. Okay, I'll give you that. Now Texas, because Texas was never in the SEC. Now they are.
Oklahoma.
But Oklahoma's not good.
Man, they're not good this year.
But they're never good. They weren't good with Lincoln Riley. They're always good for 1 or 2 losses that they shouldn't be losing, you know. But
I mean, all right, so that's your 4, right? In SEC,
I would pick Ole Miss over Oklahoma.
So you got,
but then Ole Miss just lost to fucking team they just lost to a team that they shouldn't have lost to.
But so look at the top, right? ACC and the SEC. There's a clear gap there. There's a clear gap in top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a clear gap between. I mean, if you want to do Miami and Clemson, and then Louisville, you want to do those 3 versus Alabama, Georgia, Texas.
Yeah.
I would like Miami's chances versus Miami and Clemson's chances versus Texas. Against Alabama and Georgia, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But then you look at the bottom of the SEC and you look at the bottom of the ACC. I'm picking a school like Pitt over Vanderbilt? Nah, come on, bro. Over Florida? Miami dog walked Florida. You know? Florida's about to lose to freaking UCF possibly. You know, like, what are we doing here? And Florida's supposed to be their premier team up there too. You know, not this year, but when's going to be their year? Because they've sucked the last 5 years, you know. They've sucked a lot of, you know. I mean, listen, it's not as clear cut, but I think SEC is very, very top heavy. But once you leave that top, that it becomes real mid.
Well, that's what's cool about the playoff thing too, is that now you get to see that interconference play deep into the season like that. That's cool. That I like.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna definitely see some stuff, because when you have the playoffs, it's a 12-team playoff. You're gonna have, you know, possibly like a Ole Miss versus a Penn State. See who's actually better.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think Penn State's good, but you know their defense is not bad, and Ole Miss showed that clearly. They're beatable. You know, when you're losing to a team you should have never lost to.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
It shouldn't have even been close. But again, what happens on paper might not happen on the field. Miami, I give Miami a pass, not because that's my school, but we just had a hurricane the day before pass through the stadium, and literally the day of, it was still pouring at that stadium. It's the same reason why X, makes a cut and he falls on his butt to catch that pass. Like that field was destroyed. So at least I could give them like, okay, they were slipping and sliding. Sure, so was VTech, but that's a whole different ball game from Ole Miss played on a brand spanking beautiful field with the sun out and the whole thing. and you just sucked, you know? Like, you know, there's no excuse there. At least Miami could use the excuse of, yo, the field sucked. And it wasn't like you're making an excuse. You watched the game. You saw that the field sucked. It was full of water on the grass. Like, it was obvious. Miami has no excuse, really. I mean, you could use the excuse of, oh, it's the West Coast and, you know, it's 10:30 at night. The players aren't used to that. That I'm not going to give an excuse for because it's still ball and the field is going to be nice. And I'm pretty sure they're going to fly out 2 days early or something. So you should be accustomed to it by then. Cam Ward don't care about that. Cam Ward played out west, so that don't mean anything to him. To me, there's no excuse if we do bad this game. If we do bad, then that's just a whole different ballgame. Then we got problems. But yeah, no, the Va Tech game, you had one bad game. Alabama had 3.5 quarters bad against USF. No one said anything when we dog walked them. You know, like if you want to give us, you know, hell for Va Tech, then what about Alabama for 3.5 quarters? You know, and then what about Alabama versus Georgia? Because you could have turned it off at half. You would have been like, yo, these guys are going to absolutely obliterate them. And they let Georgia come back. And they were winning before that Ryan Williams touchdown. So, you know, it's not always going to be a blowout. People expect blowouts every week. You're going to be, you know. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But you got that W, that's what matters the most. Yeah. No one's going to care how you won. They care if you won. Nice. You know, if Miami goes 12-0, that's all that people are going to care about. They don't care like, oh, well, you know, we almost lost that one game. Yeah. In 01, when we won the ship, we almost lost to Boston College. You think people talk about that game? No. People care that we won that year. Undefeated, you know? So we'll see. But, yeah, no, I think the ACC definitely has some power. And then, look, SMU is a good school, too. SMU, their coach is our old offensive coordinator, Rhett Lashley. Rhett Lashley dials up. His offenses are always insane. And they have a lot of old UM players. All the UM players that Mario kicked out, they pretty much went over there. Their starting running back, who has like 900 yards, Brashard Smith, he was a wide receiver at Miami. Their other running back, Jalen Knighton, who has fumbleitis, he was our running back too. And then they started cutting his reps because he kept fumbling, and that's why they're cutting his reps now at SMU. The kid is talented as hell, but he just fumbles like crazy. You know, there's a lot of players at SMU that used to be at Miami, but that Rhett Lashley recruited. So when he went to go coach over there, he's like, yo, come slide over here. Yeah. And they went. I mean, they knew they were going to get some playing time, so might as well. But, yeah, no, SMU is good. Louisville's decent. I mean, they should have beat Notre Dame, but they're not bad. I mean, you still got to watch out for them. So I think the ACC is good. Is it the strongest conference? Probably not, but it's still good, you know. And you still got to play the game. So we'll see if any of them play another SEC team, what happens.
We'll see it in the playoffs.
Yeah. We'll definitely will. Well, and then Clemson always plays their rivalry game every year is against South Carolina, which is in the SEC, but I don't think they've lost to South Carolina in like 15 years, and they're in the SEC. So. Yeah, no.
Well, they were like bottom barrel SEC teams.
I mean, they had Jadeveon Clowney once in the Blue Moon.
I do. I actually have a Clowney RPA in a USC jersey. I still have that card. It's fire.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I got high hopes for my boys still.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Again, I took the spread and I took the over, so we'll see.
Meanwhile, in the NFL, my hopes are diminished, bro. I'm done. Checked out.
Good old Dolphins.
I went to the game again. Did I tell you that I went to the game?
Yeah, I saw the photo.
Oh, my God. I don't know why I do that to myself, bro.
Dolphins suck.
Then it's like, it's a Monday night game. I got to get up Tuesday to go to work. The whole time I'm driving to work, like, why did I even go to that game?
Yeah,
bro?
They suck.
We're down bad. Tyler Huntley was not the answer.
He's a starter again.
I get it. I get it. New quarterback, couple weeks with the team. We got to water this playbook down and keep it simple for him. But if you watch that game, the play call was horrendous, bro. It was so bad. There are a lot of people calling for Mike McDaniel's job. So crazy. That's fans though. You know, they're praising him last year, and this year they called him for his job. But I'm not giving up on him yet. I'm not giving up on him yet.
He ain't going anywhere yet.
Nah, he just re-signed. He signed an extension. I think like 5 years or something this year. He's not going nowhere yet. Tyler Hurley showed us some flashes, man. He showed us what he can do in the couple opportunities that he was given.
You sound so defeated.
It's just so typical, bro. It's right on cue. Hopes here before the season starts. Season kicks off. Hopes are down here, bro.
That's the life of a Dolphin fan.
Yeah, no. At this point, we're tank for Cam. Full throttle, tank for Cam. Tank for Cam.
My Cowboys still suck, but they got a W.
Still suck.
They got a W though. It ain't gonna lead to anything, but hey, we got a W.
They did. They also played the Giants.
Hey,
They're supposed to get a W.
Listen, still got the W. That's all that matters, right?
You know, like teams that surprised me this year. We talked about it earlier, but Washington.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, kid's baller. He's balling out.
Jaden Daniels.
The Vikings, bro. The Vikings look good this year.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Mr. Ghost himself.
Bro, Sam Darnold and then Brian Flores running that defense for them. Minnesota's clicking. They were not on my radar this year at all. I thought that they were going to be done without Cousins. Bro,
So
they're
much
making
for
it work.
that.
They're making it work.
Sammy D.
Sam Darnold.
Sammy D.
I know the Jets fans punching the air somewhere watching him ball out.
Sammy D. My boy's just slinging that thing. No Diddy, just slinging that thing.
How many years this guy been in the NFL now? It's like his 9th or 10th year.
Nah,
maybe?
bro, you're crazy.
Not that long?
No.
For real?
Yes, no. Relax.
It's up there.
No, it's not.
Bro, how many years was he with the Jets? Then he had to stint in Carolina.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the league that long. He came in, he wasn't 19. He was, I think, 2018.
Let's see, Sam Darnold draft.
2017 was Mahomes, bro. You know, I think he's 2018.
It's kind of crazy that Mahomes has been in the league for that long already.
I think he's 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
2018.
That's not that long, bro.
Not that long. It's not that long. I guess he just wasted a lot of time in New York, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. 2018, yeah, because 2017 was Mahomes, 18 was him, and then 19 was the Burrows and all them. And then 2020 was Trevor. Trevor's so trash.
So crazy. Mahomes been in the league since 2017 already.
That's not even that long. That's only 7 years.
That's a long time. It's not a long time for a career, but it's a long time to have passed by already.
Nah, it's not. It's really not. It goes quick.
I remember when he got drafted, bro. He sat his whole first year.
Yeah, it goes quick.
3 wins,
Yeah, Alex
3
Smith,
rings
dog.
already?
He ain't getting 7, though. There's no way he's getting 7. He ain't touching the GOAT.
No, the only reason he won't get 7 is because I don't think Andy Reid will coach that long.
He ain't touching the GOAT.
I think he ends with a better career than Tom Brady when that's all said.
Yeah,
and
okay.
done, bro.
Okay. No chance.
3, he's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. He's 7 years in. He's got 3 rings already.
Yeah. You need to catch up because Tom Brady already had like 5 by now.
Did he?
Nah, he had like 4.
Yeah, no, bro. I don't know what's going to happen in the NFL season.
They're not winning this year.
There's not
Travis looking trash.
I feel like there's no real standout. I mean, the Chiefs, cool, right? But beyond that, it's like, who's a favorite?
Not if he keeps blowing people's ACLs out. You got Travis trash. You got blowing out people's ACLs. It's not going to end up well for him. You got Taylor Swift not coming to the games. You got rumors swirling that they're breaking up. It's not good.
So stupid, bro.
The scrutiny the pressure is catching up to them.
I'm glad. I'm so tired of seeing Taylor Swift in the NFL ads, bro. I'm so tired of that.
It's catching up.
Yeah, no, good. Good riddance. Goodbye, good riddance.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I think it's not wide open, but it's open for a few teams to take the reins. Yeah, there's a couple teams that that just suck. Like, Jags suck.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins suck. Unfortunately, I think the Cowboys suck too. We have a better record than that says that we don't suck, but we suck.
The Panthers suck.
Panthers suck for sure.
Baltimore blew out the Bills. I would have picked Baltimore in that game, but I didn't think for them to command that game like that.
I mean, Baltimore hasn't been good, but except for that last game. But now they probably go on a little heater right now.
Yeah, no, last week and then this week too. They're back to back.
Yeah, they're gonna go on a little heater and catch some steam. We'll see what happens. Never been a Bills believer, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's great.
In the
He's the
regular
Peyton
season.
Manning of the NFL.
Of the regular season.
Hey, Peyton Manning of the NFL.
I mean,
Talk
Peyton
about,
Manning
he's the greatest. And
he got 2 rings.
He got 1. And the other one, his defense carried him.
Which one?
The one with the Broncos.
Oh, but look what he did on offense with the Broncos the year before that.
The year before. Nobody cares about what you did last year. They care when you did all that, you didn't win. When your defense carried you, you won.
Yeah.
I mean, he
what you
sucked.
A dub is a dub.
A dub is a dub, but that
ring is
defense,
a ring.
that defense, just like Eli Manning, that defense got him those 2 Super Bowls. You know, and one wild ass throw, and the defense carried him against Tom Brady. But no one's ever gonna look at Eli and be like, "Yo, he's elite." He's literally 500. That's insane.
You know
to me.
what's crazy though? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
I think so.
I don't think he's gonna get in.
I think so, bro.
I don't think he's gonna get
Just
in.
off of the strength.
I think he'll get in eventually,
think
but I
he
don't
gets in
think
the
he's a
first
first
round.
ballot. Now you got too many people that need to get in that he doesn't need to get in yet.
See,
I think
those
he
Super
will
Bowls carry him over.
eventually, but I don't think he should go his first year.
I mean, I don't think so either. I don't even really think he's a Hall of Famer, really. Period. But
Me neither. But you got to let him in because of the 2 rings. You know, because he's the quarterback of the 2 rings. Whether it was his it wasn't it. Like, he had nothing to do with those rings. Realistically, he kind of had nothing to do with it, minus the crazy throw, getting away from the defender, the whole 9 yards. I'll give him that one, even though the rest of the game he was pretty mid. But I mean, you got to get him in eventually just because of the 2 rings. But those defenses that the Giants had, they carried him.
Yeah,
I would give him more that first Super Bowl than the second Super Bowl. That first Super Bowl, they were a wild card team. I mean, both years they were wild card teams. But that first one, they were really bad that year. And then they caught steam towards the end. And a lot of it was the defense, but he actually played good.
what was their record that year? Like 8-7 or 8?
Yeah, they weren't great. They weren't great. But yeah, no, I mean, to me, he's not. I mean, he's literally statistically 500 on the dot.
Yeah.
He has as many wins as he has losses.
Listen, if Jerry Jones can get into the Hall of Fame,
Jerry Jones, 3 Super Bowls under his tenure.
bro.
3 Super Bowls under his tenure. You can't argue with the facts. 3 Super Bowls.
That's what happens when
He
you
just
get money.
got real
When you got Jerry
egotistical
Jones,
and
when you
kicked out Jimmy Jones.
When you got Jerry Jones money, you can buy your way into
Johnson.
the Hall of Fame.
No, I mean, he has 3 Super Bowls. You can't. And then he built one of the greatest dynasties with the three Super Bowl rings. Honestly, you should have won more. If they didn't fire Jimmy Johnson, we could have won more.
So now we're talking about inducting Robert Kraft into the Hall of Fame also then.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason you don't is because of the whole scandal in West Palm Beach, but that's a whole nother thing. You know, because if you're not going to induct some people because of what they did outside of, you know, the game, then you have to think that too. But he has a lot of money. He's probably going to.
Like Jerry, buy his way in there.
Unless he gets, his case hasn't gone to court yet. Unless he gets convicted of it, then it's another whole ballgame.
Nah, I don't think he does, bro. That guy.
They got video evidence of him going into the spa, bro.
He got hush money. He got money.
Listen, he has video evidence of him going into that spa and asking for certain things.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna have video evidence of him going back saying, "So, how much money would it take you to just completely forget this happened?"
yeah, listen, it happened. It's going to trial soon, I think. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I'm not worried about that. They're gonna induct people like that regardless. I'm talking about players.
Yeah.
You got players that need to get in that aren't in yet. There's no way you tell me that Reggie Wayne shouldn't be in already.
Wow,
There's no way you tell me that Clinton Portis shouldn't be in. So Clinton Portis has better numbers than Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis just had one amazing season where he had 2,000 yards and another season where he had like 18, and then just a lot of injuries.
Did they just put did they put Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he went in last year with AJ.
I like that. I like that. That's good for him. I like
You
that.
had 2 Canes in the same Hall of Fame class. You had AJ and you had him.
I like that.
But we're missing a lot. You got to get Clinton Portis in there. You got to get Reggie Wayne in there. Vince Wilfork needs to go in
I was
there.
just thinking about Big Vince.
Vince Wilfork's going to need to go in there. Eventually, Greg Olson's going to need to go in there.
G-Reg.
Eventually, Jimmy Graham, whenever he decides to stop being a baller, needs to go in there because he's still balling.
That guy's still playing, bro.
He's a baller.
How old is Jimmy Graham, bro?
He's probably like 36, 37, something like that. He might be like 38.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Graham's going to need to go in there eventually. So we got a lot of people waiting to get in. And then we're going to need some new people to start picking it up and getting in.
It took my boy Zach Thomas a few tries to get in there. Bro.
Zach Thomas doesn't have the numbers, bro. He didn't have this number statistically. I don't care how much you love him. He doesn't have the numbers. He shouldn't honestly have gotten in yet. The numbers say he shouldn't have. He was good. He was great, but he wasn't elite. It's Dion. As much as I don't like Dion, he said it best. It's no longer the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Good now. You're gonna tell me that somebody like Ray Lewis should be next to somebody like Zach Thomas? No.
Yeah.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're just a homer. You're just a homer.
Bro, it's so much more than just stats, too, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's literally stat. It's an individual award.
No.
That is something that you did individually.
Yeah, but it's not purely based off of your statistical output.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely not.
Go to Google it. Tell me what the Hall of Fame is supposed to be.
That's going to take a while to Google.
No, it's not. It is supposed to be purely your statistics.
No.
Yes. Wait, oh, he did nice work in the community? No, nobody cares about that.
No.
We care what you did on the field. What is the criteria for the Hall of Fame? You're going to tell me that Ray Lewis and Zach Thomas belong in the same place? No chance, bro. No chance. That's a disrespect to Ray Lewis. Freaking Zach Thomas.
It's going to take a while for me to read this.
Because the first line says you're supposed to be elite in your position.
No, it doesn't.
No. Zach Thomas don't fill this. You don't fill this criteria real quick. Let me find another criteria you can fit in. Listen, it's all right. Zach Thomas is not elite. He's good. He's not elite.
That man was elite.
Yeah, okay. You take him over Zach Thomas, Ray Lewis?
It's two different players.
No, they're literally the same player. You take him over Brian Urlacher?
Two different players.
You're crazy, bro. They're playing the same position.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does. It literally does.
So
if you were going to build a team right now and you had to pick one linebacker.
So because you play the same position, you contribute to your team the same way the other person does?
No, they contribute way more to their team than Zach Thomas did.
No.
Zach Thomas is not elite. Listen, you could be a homer all you want. Zach Thomas is not elite.
You gave me two names to put in front of him. Let's keep going.
Oh, I mean, there's a million.
Let's go.
There's a million.
Shoot.
There's a million.
So give me more than two.
There's a million.
Name them.
Go look in the Hall of Fame.
No, I want you to tell me.
And run down the list.
I want you to
And Zach Thomas doesn't belong in the same category as those people.
You're wild, bro. You're wild.
He doesn't belong in the same.
That is a hater opinion, right?
No, it's not a hater. I like Zach Thomas.
Look, we're gonna drop a box right here with a poll.
I like Zach Thomas a lot.
Bro,
he's not a Hall of Famer.
A beast. Of course he's a Hall of Famer, bro. They
not.
tried that man. That man should have been in the Hall of Fame way before he was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
He's lucky he got in.
No way.
He's lucky.
No, for that you tell me Jason Taylor is also lucky to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's actually elite.
Yes, they were both fucking.
No, Jason Taylor
They
is
were
elite.
both elite, dog.
Zach Thomas was not elite. There's a big difference.
All right.
Big difference.
So I love the company that you're putting him in, though. Brian Urlacher.
No, I said he doesn't belong in the same.
No, he does. He does.
He does. He
You
definitely
mentioned
does
him
not.
in the same conversation.
No, I said he doesn't belong in the same conversation. That's the whole point. He doesn't belong in the same place as those people. He if they were in high school, he belongs in the kiddie pool. Put him on the little short bus.
Bro.
He don't belong in the same place as those two.
They tell me Fred Warner don't belong in that conversation either.
Fred Warner?
Middle linebacker for Niners.
No.
Wow.
Anyways,
Wow.
Product. We're done with your.
disappointed.
We're done with your Zach Thomas. We're done with your Zach Thomas. Product.
New drops.
We got the Wemby box coming next week. They done took out the money from my bank account, so I know it's coming because it's not in my bank anymore.
I saw the screenshot. There was a sad face crying afterward.
They hit me for so much money in one day. It's insane. So we got the Wemby box coming. I think that one's gonna be a hot box. There's some people I was looking on eBay. Some people trying to sell it already.
How much?
18,000. 18,000. We got there's another one for like 16, but yeah, no, they want money for that box.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes. I think that's a good product. You got Donruss Elite Football came out today. Bowman Chrome Megas came out today. Bowman Chrome Megas, we've already gone through like a full case at Pompano.
People love Megas, man.
Yeah, it's a great product. It's cheap. I mean, not everybody sells it for cheap, but we sell it for cheap. I've seen some people online trying to sell it for like $60, $65, 45 over here. MSRP, baby, 45. Come get it. But yeah, we've been doing breaks all day on that. Good product, nice product. We got Noir, basketball, Noir. I always like Noir. It's not a set that resells. Like the actual cards don't resell for a lot, but I love the shoe cards.
Yeah.
The shoe cards, what's it called? The shoe spotlight cards or whatever. Those are nice. So that set I really like. You got NT, which Panini just hit me with a case of NT. It's the first NT case they've ever given me at cost. So that's nice. I'm going to appreciate that one.
We're ripping that to the dome, though.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, no, we're definitely ripping that.
If you buy it, sure.
No, we'll split it. We'll go half.
Nope. Definitely not touching that. Somebody will buy it. It won't be me. So you got that. Yeah, you got a lot of product. Women's soccer Chrome UEFA just came out today. Today. Came out today too. So we'll see how that goes. People love soccer.
To look for in there.
Yeah, me.
I couldn't
honestly,
tell you one player.
Yeah, me neither. I know there's a chick on Barcelona that's really big. I don't remember her name. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I know she's a big chase. But that's a new product that came out.
The Otani 50-50 set. When's that drop?
Soon.
It's pretty cool.
Because it went on sale. It was on sale for 24 hours only. So you buy it, you bought it. If you didn't buy it, you missed out. But everybody's chasing. You got 3 101s in there. You got the logo man from the pants, and then you got patches from the gloves. So that's gonna be a big chase too.
That's fire.
Yeah, we got one box coming. Oh, it's one box, and then there's like 10 packs inside the box. So each pack I think has a hit that you could like a chance to get one of the hits. So we'll see how that goes.
I saw somebody hit the 101 Otani Yoshi auto, the dual auto.
Yup.
That's a fire pull.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he screamed when he pulled that card?
No.
He said, "Oh my God, I'm rich!"
Oh yeah, that's right. I did see that. But he's the breaker, so it's not even his card.
I didn't know that.
So
he killed the stream. He took it home.
Yeah, no, that was funny. Yeah, it's a big card. It's a big card.
Nah, that's massive, bro. Dollar figure wise, yeah, 7 figures for sure.
It's gonna be some money for sure. It's gonna be some money for sure. What else is coming out? I think for now I'm probably missing something, but for now I think that's pretty much it.
I think that was almost all of it.
I know we got some bigger stuff in the future. Your favorite set, Allen and Ginter. It's actually one of my favorite sets.
I do think it's a cool product.
Oh, Cosmic Chrome coming out this month too.
Cosmic Chrome.
That's my favorite set, hands down. Visually, to me it's the most appealing set.
I might have to go in on some Allen Ginter this year.
I like Allen and Ginter. It's not a lot of money. It's usually like $130 a box, $135. To me, I like the weird stuff. So I like the dinosaur bones, the fossils.
It's cool.
I think that's sick because they go for like $800-900 on eBay,
Cool.
and they're just like little pieces.
I want a Topanga auto.
Get a little Topanga auto. Last year they had the J Balvin auto and Lil Baby and all
Lil
that.
Baby was in there last year.
But yeah, no, Topanga signs this year, yeah.
I think Ginter's pretty cool. I at least like the concept behind the product. Is
It's a
really cool.
weird set because then they have cards that have zero value. Like they'll have ice cream cards. Like, oh, it's a sundae, like a banana fudge sundae card. And you're like, what is going on here? So that's definitely weird, but I think overall it's definitely a cool set.
No, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Not a lot of people like it. Not everybody buys it, but I think it's a cool set. For me, I just like it because of the dinosaur bones. Yeah. So college football, we got the Canes in action. Talked about it a little bit against Cal State, 10:30 p.m. Saturday night. We got game day over there. We gave Cal their first game day ever, so they've never been on game day where they were the host. They were on game day, I think, like 3 or 4 times. They've only won once. So we're going to give them a game day. They're going to be the hosts. We'll beat them down late at night. I'm going to have to take a little nappy nap. I'll be here all day, and then got to watch that beat down.
I couldn't even tell you who the Dolphins play this week, bro.
You don't need to worry about that.
I don't
They
care.
suck.
Yeah, I'm checked out.
FSU plays this week against Clemson. I think I took the spread. I took the over. And then UF plays UCF. As much as I want UF to lose, one of my parlays, I did bet them to win. So we'll see. UCF did lose to Colorado.
They got beat down by Colorado.
They got abused by Colorado.
Yeah, they got
So
beat down by
I'm
Colorado.
hoping that UF smartens up and this guy coaches for his career and puts in Lagway and stops trying to force Mertz on everybody. So I'm hoping he puts in Lagway and they could win so I could win some money. But yeah, I mean, we'll see, I guess. Not too many big games this week, but we hope for the best. 10:30 at night, baby.
It's a late start, bro.
It is.
I'm getting tired just thinking about it.
I'm going to need a nappy nap for sure. I'm going to be here all day doing some painting, doing some stuff. So I would definitely need a little nappy nap after this.
You not going?
Yeah, no.
You catch
No,
that
but
flight?
I am going. I am going to Comic-Con. Forgot about that. So in 2 weeks, we got Comic-Con in New York. It's probably the biggest Comic-Con right behind San Diego, which is a pretty massive one. So doing a presentation with eBay. Shout out to eBay. We're going on at 3 p.m. Thursday. So flights booked, first class, the whole 9 yards. I gotta go big time. I'm going back to Coletta, going to my vegan spot. I hit up the chef already on Instagram. I was like, yo, chef, I'm coming back in 2 weeks, dog. He goes, let me know when you're here. I'll take care of you. I was like, all right, shout out to the chef, Coletta. Even if you're not vegan, I definitely recommend you checking it out.
I'll back that.
Yeah,
I'll back
listen, that hot honey pizza was
I'll back that.
gas. I'm gonna definitely get some hot honey pizza. I gotta get that lemon bruschetta.
I wasn't feeling the chicken, but everything else was fire.
That's fine.
I couldn't get
My
past the
carbonara was gas. My carbonara was
I didn't
gas.
try the carbonara. The meatballs were fire.
Meatballs were fire.
Meatballs were
That lemon
gas.
ricotta. Oof.
Yeah, the food was good. I'm not vegan. I would go eat there again for sure.
Yeah, gas, straight gas. So shout out to the chef. He owns a couple restaurants in NYC. They're all vegan and they're all different concepts. So like he has a Mediterranean one. He has a sushi one. So yeah, it's just like all vegan, but all completely different concepts.
I want to try the Mediterranean spot.
The Mediterranean spot is one that we were gonna go to. I think that was the one that was. No, they're all in the city. I think they're all in the city. But that night that we went to go eat, I was like, okay, Mediterranean or Italian. Italian's always gonna win for me. Italian rarely will lose in a fight for me when it comes to cuisine. I'm going Italian all day, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, we definitely made a good choice because
It was gas.
we saw some rats playing football. we got some dope food, so fun times.
We had an adventure.
Definitely had an adventure.
NYC. Y'all are wild, man. The city is crazy. Gotham City.
Yeah, no, that's more like Arkham Asylum. The Arkham Asylum let out. So yeah, I'll be there in 2 weeks. If you're going to Comic-Con, holla at me. I'll be there presenting again at 3 p.m. Thursday, and it's streaming on eBay Live. So if you go on eBay Live, there's gonna be like thousands and millions of viewers or whatever it is. You're gonna be watching this beautiful face.
I'll put you up in the store. Put you up on the TV.
Yeah, get me up on your all your coworkers. Tell them to be like, yo, I know this guy. He's famous.
Like, you see this guy over here? This guy? He thinks he's famous. I know him.
He's famous. He got 1 million viewers on eBay Live right now, baby. So yeah, I'll be there Comic-Con. And then Orlando Fanaticsfest, November 1st to the 3rd. Again, we are...
Damn, that's right around the corner already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we are...
Still no advertisement for the show I haven't seen.
No, there's a lot of advertisements.
Really?
Actually, yes. There's a lot.
I'm not seeing any of it, bro.
There's a lot. There's a lot that's been going and cooking around already.
No sneak peeks? No teasers?
You can go on the website. They have all the info there. They have they haven't released everything, but they've released a lot of stuff already. We got some tables there. We got Tops coming to check us out next week, so that should be cool. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff planned. This next month is gonna be crazy.
End the year out strong for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then we get ready for next year. We do it all over again. And then we started off with Fanatics LA.
When's that, January?
No. Spring. Probably April, honestly. Sometime in either March or April, I'm assuming. They're going to need a couple months. So September, October, November, that's 3 months. December, January, February, maybe February.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like the end of January, maybe February.
So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a massive show, so we will see. It's gonna definitely be a step above even New York, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. We were in New York.
More Arkham Asylum coming.
Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna be in LA. I'm sure the show's gonna be in Anaheim, but LA is not much better, dog.
Go to Disney one day, get away from all the crazy people, and go see the Disney adults.
I'm about to hit up my boy Otani, be hanging out with him out there on the West Coast, bro, chilling.
Otani 50-50, dog, what it is. All right, you got any last words?
Nah, man, that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. As always.
Let's go, episode 6.